Let's talk this week about how you stop the struggle. Hey guys, Randy Gage here. I want to welcome you to another episode of Prosperity TV. As you can see, I'm in my place in Miami. And I want to talk about struggle. And especially, I would just want to shout out to all you guys who have been watching this show every week for years and years. I think I had an almost 2-year break on my sabbatical when I didn't do the show. But we still have like 350 episodes. So that's a lot of years. And some of you have been with me since the very beginning. And I know you don't comment every time or share every time, but I see a lot of you there over the course of the years. So thank you. I love you guys. Thanks for allowing me to share my work with the universe. And I want to talk about this issue of how we can struggle, because we're all going to face challenges in manifesting our prosperity and reaching our goals and the success we desire. And sometimes they're not going to come as fast as we want or as easy as we want. So I want to talk about how we can stop that struggle, reduce that struggle, overcome that struggle. And to me, I think the first place to always start is looking for if you're getting some kind of payoff for struggle. And this can come in some ways. Sometimes it's a financial payoff, right? I was just on Twitter the other day, they had like a hidden camera, not even hidden, it was like open camera in one of those convenience stores. And there's a guy, he goes to the soda machine and he puts some ice in a cup, and then he pours the ice on the floor. And then he lays down on the floor, he slowly gets down and then, screams like he just fell and tripped because, he wanted to sue the store. Meanwhile, they had this whole thing on the camera, So, it was just tragic, right? But there's situations like that where people, they almost enjoy being victimized because there's a discount, a financial payoff, or something that they get. And of course, the biggest, I think the biggest payoff that you got to be watching for is the emotional one, the one we get from being a victim. Because when we're a victim, we get sympathy and we get attention and we get what we perceive as love. And so sometimes we're subconsciously struggling because we like the payoff. So sometimes we have to go up to 35,000 feet, really look at ourselves with some introspection and say, am I doing anything to manifest this struggle to be continuing? And then the other thing is, the question I think that you ask next, the really important question is, am I in a position to celebrate this struggle? Meaning, am I in a position to understand that, wow, this particular struggle has allowed me to hone my skills at such an advanced level, or this fear that I had to go through has helped me develop courage and character. In other words, most of the time we need struggle to get better. Most of the time we need some kind of struggle to really get our next breakthrough. There's not a lot of people who have breakthroughs in their comfort zone. Most of us get our biggest breakthroughs when we're uncomfortable. Most of us get our biggest breakthroughs when we are struggling. So think about that, because here's kind of one of the mantras. You guys know I have a million mantras I live by, and affirmations and things that I'm continually speaking into my subconscious mind. And this is one for me, which is, the struggle stops when the gratitude starts. And where that comes into play is when we find, wow, there was a really powerful life lesson that came out of this, or wow, there's something really positive that came out of this seemingly negative thing. So I can be grateful that I endured this struggle, because the payoff took me closer to enlightenment, closer to prosperity, closer to the highest possible version of myself. So think about that. The struggle stops when the gratitude starts. All right, go out and have an amazing week. Love you guys. Peace. Hey, and if you're not a subscriber, please, on the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you're listening on the Power of Prosperity podcast, please subscribe and rate it in the iTunes store.